saying this is a counseling group and we're hoping to help you guys, you girls, resolve some of your issues you may be having with living or dealing with any developmental concerns as it pertains to your pregnancy or post-pregnancy. Does everybody have the signed consent forms that you were supposed to sign and bring back in?
Yes.
Collect. All right. We hope to, what we're hoping to do here is set some reasonable goals for you guys to help address, or you guys to address to help the transition out of TAPP and into adult life once you get out of school here. Unfortunately, we can't solve all your problems or your issues, but we can try to help you with at least one or two. Chelsea and I are both teachers here, and a while back, we thought it would be a good idea to have a group like this. So we put out, does everybody remember the survey you guys took about 6 months ago? Well, that's where the survey came in. We just pulled some ideas as far as what to do for this group and you know, how to move forward. Our goal here is to do more of these groups if this one is successful. This is going to be a closed group. We'll meet twice a week and it'll run about 6 weeks. By a closed group, I mean that there won't be any other girls that come in next week or the week after that. It'll just be the three of you guys, and that way, I think it'll help everyone get to know each other, kind of learn to trust each other, and rely on each other a little bit, rather than having people coming in and out all the time. Before we get started, I'd like to go over confidentiality. What I want everyone to know about confidentiality is that basically what is said here in the session in the room stays between all of us. We don't go out and talk to our friends. Guess what I heard about so-and-so? None of that stuff. I think it's important that we rely on each other for that, and you know, let's all respect that. Chelsea and I have a few rules for the group each week. They'll be posted up on the bulletin board right over there. The first rule is be on time, be prepared. That's kind of important. Show each other respect and care. No mean talk towards each other. No, don't judge. Be snarky towards each other. Support each other. Challenge each other in a constructive way, and be present and take part. So having gotten all that out of the way, my name is Jerry, and this is Chelsea. She's my co-leader. We're both, like I said, we're both teachers here, so we already kind of know you guys. But I'd like to take a quick minute to have everyone kind of look around at each other, get a feel for everybody, and just kind of be present here with the group.
So everybody just kind of go around and introduce yourselves. Tell us what year you are and like what one of your interests or hobbies or something outside of school is.
Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm a senior, and I like to play softball.
Good.
I'm Destiny. I'm also a senior, and I was a cheerleader.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm a sophomore, and I really like to play lacrosse.
Go ahead.
I'm Chelsea. I'm obviously a teacher here. I teach in the sophomore wing, and I have great kids outside of school that I like to spend my time with.
I'm Jerry. I'm an art teacher here, and I love pro football.
Awesome.
Well, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Is there anybody that would like to volunteer to start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm a senior at TAPP, like I told you, and I'm 4 months pregnant. So my problem here and what I hope to get out of here, or out of this class, is I have not told my dad yet. So, and I'm really scared to tell my dad. My boyfriend, he left to go to college in a different state, so I don't have him around. I use my aunt. My aunt is the only person that knows, so it's kind of it's really hard for me. And my sister recently got pregnant not too long ago, or she had her baby not too long ago, and my dad had kicked her out. So I'm hoping that I can tell my dad that I'm pregnant and hope that he doesn't kick me out. Because that is what I think the end result is gonna be after I tell him.
Thanks, Destiny. I appreciate you, going first. How did it feel opening up the group?
I was nervous, very nervous.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Maybe we can try to work on that. That could be, maybe part of your struggle with telling your parents. Cassie, what do you think about Destiny had to say?
I don't know, I really hate to hear that for you. I can see how it could be tough for you, and it's kind of a terrible situation for you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So, is your mom, I didn't hear you say anything about your mom, is she in the picture or anything? Okay.
Not at all. My mom left a while back, a long time ago, so I don't really communicate with my mother.
So how do you feel about your sister's situation? Like, how did she deal with it?
Well, really, it was more of because her boyfriend was involved in her relationship. So her boyfriend kind of took her in, and her boyfriend's parents took her in and helped her raise the child, and she's still living there. So, but that's my problem, is I don't have my boyfriend around. So, and my aunt, I do have my aunt, but it's too hard on her to take me in, especially having a child, so.
So we can definitely work on that and discuss different ways to help you tell your dad and things like that.
Cassie, you wanna go next?
Sure. My name's Cassie. Like I said, I'm a senior at TAPP. I had my beautiful baby boy about 5 months ago, and the difference, in my situation, luckily my parents have been very supportive. But also, my issue is that I want to go to college. That's my biggest thing. Nobody in my family's ever been to college before. I'll be the first one. I really want to be a nurse. I want to be a pediatric nurse. I love working with children. So, my parents have told me that they're more than happy to watch my son when I go to school, but, we don't know how to do any of the financial aid or, how to even to enroll in school. We don't know anything about it. So that's just my biggest concern at the moment. My boyfriend, he's in and out of the picture. He dropped out of high school, and he's working in a fast food restaurant, but he's trying to make a better life. But it's kind of hard when you don't have a diploma, so
Right.
it's kind of all it is.
So what kind of suggestions, since you have already gone through this and you kind of told your parents and told everybody, what sort of suggestions do you have for Destiny about telling her dad?
I mean, the main thing about it is that, I think you should be honest. I think you should definitely tell, because, it's not going away. You're gonna end up, before you know it, you'll be 9 months pregnant and be in the
Right.
hospital. So the biggest part about it is just be honest and open, and, try to bring out the positive side, and, the fact that you're gonna have a child, that your dad's gonna be a grandparent, and if he doesn't see it the way that you see it, then there's plenty of people out there that'll help you. In the long run, there's plenty of ways that you can get around it, so but I really hope your situation gets better for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that you're not in this alone.
Yeah. My whole thing is, I hope that being that he's went through it once, maybe the second time, it won't be such a shock for him.
I can see that you feel that way. I can see that. And your answer was great to her. Thank you a lot for giving her a suggestion.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Elizabeth, you want to tell us why you're here today?
Yeah, well, I'm a sophomore here, and I'm 3 months pregnant, and my parents, like I told my parents when I first found out, because I was really scared, and they were super angry at first, but then they kind of grew on the idea. And my best friend knows, and my immediate family know, but I'm really nervous to tell my boyfriend. He's really sweet, and we get along really well. We've been dating for a year, but sometimes when we get in fights, he just has a really, really bad temper, and I'm nervous how he'll react because he's this basketball star at our school, and he has this future, and he has scouts looking at him and this baby. Like, I don't know how he'll take it because it will get in the way of him achieving his dreams, and so I just don't want him to get mad at me and hold it over me and blame me because I'm the reason he didn't get to go play in college.
Oh, that sounds tough. Does anybody have any suggestions for this sort of situation?
Okay, I told my boyfriend, and he was very angry. But he accepted the fact that it was our child. But it was more of, he accepted it to my face, but behind my back, he was really upset. So he had left and went to college. My whole thing is eventually you do have to tell him. And you said that your parents are very supportive and your intermediate family know about everything. I mean, are they willing to help you?
They're supportive, but they're not happy about it, and so I have a hard time asking for help just because they still get really upset about the fact that I am pregnant. So I mean, I don't really know how I would ask, and I don't want this to, and how my boyfriend reacts to like change the way they see him because they adore him right now, and if he just doesn't handle this very well, it could make our future together hard and our future for our baby hard. And so I can't share my fears with them because I don't want them to think lesser of him. But that is a good idea. Yeah.
Because your parents may be angry now, which I should probably take this upon myself, being that I haven't told my dad. But your parents may be angry now, but in the long run, they will. I mean, if they're supportive of you and they know that you are pregnant, then I'm sure that you asking for help and everything, that they will help you.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
So basically, I want to go away to college. There's not a lot of schools in this part of town that offer like great nursing programs, especially for the field that I want to go in. So, that's something that I'm gonna have to deal with myself going away, and being with my child. My parents are completely supportive. They're 100% ready to go wherever I need to go. But my boyfriend, I'm not gonna be able to tag him along with me. The way it is that I have to make a future for myself and for my child, regardless of what he's doing. So the way that I feel like you should come at this situation is, like I said to her, be honest and tell him, there's a situation, like there's a possibility it could have happened. Obviously, we're all been there. We didn't use the right contraceptives or something of that sort, and there was a possibility it could happen. But that doesn't mean he has to stop chasing his dreams, and it doesn't mean you have to stop chasing yours. 100% at the end of the day. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's why that's what I was getting to, is your family they'll help you.
They want to see you prosper,
Yeah.
regardless of how they feel right now. I promise you, when that baby comes out, they'll love it. They will.
And I think it's important not to look at this as the end of something,
At the beginning or
but the beginning of something. Just because you're having a baby, life doesn't stop.
Whether your boyfriend's in the picture or not.
That was great. I think that we should make some contracts. So like what a contract is like an example, you would say what your goal is, like I'm willing to, or I want to, blah, blah, blah. And then you would say yourself like a timeline or a deadline or something like that. I want to do this, and I'm hoping to do this by this time or in this amount of time. So let's work on it as a group. Like we'll make one for you and you, and we can just kind of do that right now. So I know that you want to go to college, and you're struggling. You don't really know, like you don't have the knowledge of how to go about it financially and stuff like that. So what would your contract be?
I could do maybe by mid-July, find an advisor, and
Good.
go ahead and get myself enrolled and get my financial aid going and see what, you know, I can get myself into with college.
Good.
Awesome.
So by July 1st, you'd like to have an advisor, talk to an advisor, maybe get your FAFSA started. So,
I think that would be good.
that'd be real good.
I think my contract would be finding somebody to go with me when I tell my dad, so that way it's not so hard on me, and that if it does turn out to be wrong, and he doesn't really accept the fact that I do have that support next to me, that way I can go about it a lot better.
I think that's a great idea, and I think that person, you should try to get that person to be your sister or your aunt. Just because, you know, your
Right.
sister's gone through it, your aunt knows, and
Right.
she's your support system right now. So I think that's great. So you wanna tell your dad with your aunt. When would you like to, do you have like a time frame of when you wanna tell him?
I have to tell him soon, I know that.
Yeah.
Probably within this week. I think I
Awesome.
should
Oh,
go in
That's great.
and
And
tell
you
him
know that.
about the classes that I'm taking and
Good.
everything else.
What about you, Elizabeth? What kind of contract, what do you hope to do within a certain amount of time?
Well, I guess I hope to tell my boyfriend pretty soon because this is really stressful not being able to talk to him about it. So I guess like by the next time we meet, like I'll try and tell him, and I'll try and find someone who I can open up to my family more about my fears of talking to him and like my just fears in general, so they can have a better picture of what I'm thinking about.
That's awesome.
yeah.
So I
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe see if you can find someone to actually go with you. You know,
Sort
kind
of
of
the
like,
same situation.
like what Destiny said, so you got a little bit of someone in your corner.
Yeah. I'll try. After I talk to my parents, I'll see if one of them is willing to kind of go with me, so hopefully you won't lose too much of that.
That's good. I would like to kind of give you guys some homework before we end, because it is kind of getting time for us to close our meeting. So just some homework, keep a journal until the next time we meet. Like if something big happens, if you meet your goal, your contract, before the next time we meet, then write it down. Write down what happens, write down how the situation goes, write down your feelings, what is said, so that we can come back next time and kind of discuss it and go from there.
I think that as we go through this, it'll give you something to kind of track your progress,
Right.
some stuff to look back on.
Yeah, we'll probably we'll keep a journal through the whole time that we meet, but we're gonna start it today, so next time, bring it with you. Even if you don't meet your goal or nothing major happens, still just write something down, like write down how your pregnancy's going, how your process is going with an advisor. If you haven't made any progress, then put that you haven't made any progress and it's really frustrating or something like that. We'll meet here again on Wednesday, same time, same place. How do you guys
Thank
feel
you.
about what happened?
I feel a lot better, and hopefully doing the journal, when I look back on it, I'm gonna look at myself like I'm silly for not telling my dad.
I think I really enjoyed it today. I
Good.
enjoyed talking to people about, you know, my situation. My situation's a little different, but, you know, it's still, I think I can give y'all a bit of a future to
Yeah.
look forward
We can
to.
kind of go based off how you went, and I mean, no, it's not gonna be the same
Of course,
process,
of
but
course.
we can definitely I feel like I can definitely get a bunch of advice from you.
Yeah, and definitely, like even outside of the group, if y'all ever need anybody to talk to, you know, I've been through it.
Yeah.
And
And hopefully we can work together to
Yeah.
tell
My dad knew.
Yeah. so we can work off each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be good. Just kind of share how it seems like kind of a common thread there.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys I'm glad you all had a good experience, and I'm glad you all got something out of it. So I'm excited about our next session, and I'll see you all then.
Thank you.
Thank you.